Good morning. It's 6 o'clock.
Good morning. I'm Mosese Raqio with the Fiji Village News weather update. Category 3 tropical cyclone Mel has passed Nandi and is now moving closer to Kandavu. However, it is still not expected to make landfall. While speaking to Fiji Village News, Fiji Meteorological Services Acting Director Bipan Prakash says the system is located at 155 kilometers southwest of Nandi or 205 kilometers west northwest of Kandavu at 5 a.m. This email is moving in a southeast direction at about 31 kilometers per hour. The system is expected to leave the Fiji group later today. This email remains a Category 3 system but is showing signs of weakening and could be downgraded to a Category system by about 7 a.m. While the winds should gradually ease over the Yasawa and Mamanuda groups and western Viti Levu, gales force winds may continue to be experienced for a few more hours. The risk of storm to gale force winds are still maintained for Vatulele, Kandavu, and nearby smaller islands. The Nandi Weather Office says current analysis indicates that the destructive hurricane force winds associated with the system is confined close to the center, so the chance of hurricane force winds affecting the land area is low. Several parts of the country have received significant rainfall in the past 12 hours. Further rainfall will increase the risk of flooding in low lying and flood prone areas. A flash flood warning remains in force for flash flood prone areas, small stream, and low lying areas of Viti level. A flash flood alert remains in force for flash flood prone areas, small streams, and low lying areas in Bua and Nakondravi provinces through Wailevu to Savusavu. Possible impacts include flooding of roads, Irish crossings, and bridges in low lying areas and flood plains. A storm warning remains in force for Yasau and Mamanu, the group's western, northern, and southern Viti Levu, Vatulele, Kandavu, and nearby smaller islands. A gale warning remains in force for Rotuma, western half of Vono Levu, including Dreketi, Bua to Savusavu, eastern Viti Levu, and Lomé Viti group. A strong wind warning remains in force for the rest of Fiji group. A heavy rain warning also remains in force for the whole of Fiji group. The next high tide is at around 7:30 a.m. Stay with us for updates. Fijians in the Western Division are currently facing the brunt of Category 3 tropical cyclone Mel, where people say it is very windy and raining. Praveen Sharma from Moto Mba says there is heavy rain that intensifies momentarily, while they are also experiencing strong winds. He says this started at around midnight but had quietened down for a bit. However, heavy rain and strong winds have picked up again. He says power went out at about 3 a.m. this morning. Nambitu Singatoka resident Abey Sharma also says strong winds and heavy rains has stopped this morning. Emite Karatu, who is an employee at Gecko's Hotel in Singatoka, says there haven't been any major flooding right now. Tanoa Hotel Lotoka staff Serusi Vasu also told Fiji Village News that strong winds started at about 2 a.m., but there is no rain at the moment. Strong winds and rough seas are currently being experienced in the Mamanuda Islands as tropical cyclone Mel has intensified to Category 3. Tropical Island Resort Operations Manager Trudy Pete informed Fiji Village News that the situation on the island has really intensified compared to late last night. Pete says there has not been a lot of rain, but the wind has been really strong, causing tree branches to fall. She says there are also a lot of debris washed ashore due to rough seas. She adds all staff and guests are locked up in their respective quarters and rooms as they await clearance from the chief engineer. Pete says they have gone into a cyclone lockdown and all their staff and guests have been asked to follow lockdown procedures. Pete says their staff have been asked to remain in their quarters and guests have been evacuated to a safer place since Monday. She says they have evacuated as many guests as they can to the mainland. A fault has caused a disruption to power supply in most parts of the Western Division. Energy Fiji Limited says the areas affected include Momi and areas nearby, most parts of Nandi, including parts of Nawaka and areas nearby. They have also confirmed that sparking power lines due to strong winds has also caused a disruption to power supply, which is affecting customers in whole of Lomolomo and nearby areas in Lotoka. EFL says their team will work on restoring power to the affected areas, weather permitting, and as soon as conditions are safe to do so. You can stay with us and you can also check out our website, Fiji Village, for latest weather news on Tropical Cyclone Mel. That was your Fiji Village News weather update. I'm Mosese Raqio.